But I've learned to tell people I'm not working with you and why, as opposed to being passive aggressive
Gotcha.
about my art. But stab you in your face.
So,
Jaikeyl Douglin of Fashion Under 50. I am famous for being awesome. So I'm famous for coining apazine for ASOS magazine.
all right.
And because I coined apazine, like an app version of a magazine,
Mm-hmm.
I now won an entire wardrobe from one of their magazines.
Oh, wow.
And they still feature me for some of their
Nice.
stuff. I think
So
this
did
is
you
one
have
of
to
their
submit
shirts.
something, or
I did. It was
Okay.
literally a contest, and it was the first contest I ever entered in my life. And it was because I had just moved to Ohio, and I'm
Wow.
like, you got nothing else to do. And ASOS was like the closest thing, like their app magazine was the closest thing to being connected to what I'm used to, like the vibe that I'm used to in New York.
Okay.
And you're in a very rural place in Ohio, and you're like, I'm dying out here. But that gave me life, and I'm like, every week a new one came out. I'm like, they have the greatest apazine ever, and it was like, and I actually saved the picture where they're like, ASOS, download our new apazine. And one of my friends was like, they made more money, or it was cheaper for them to give you the entire wardrobe than to pay you
Wow.
for coining and copywriting what you like. They gave you their clothes, but they got that from you.
Okay.
When I was depressed after my divorce, I just like kept buying clothes to make myself feel better. And I had spent so much money that I did not have enough money for rent. And it was like humiliating and humbling because I had to call my mother, and I'm like, Mommy, I don't have rent. She was like, where did it go? And I'm like, I spent it all on clothes. I was just hurt and I wanted to buy stuff. She was like, Jaikeyl, you have to buy in moderation. And I'm like, I know, but I'm about to get evicted because I don't have it. I don't have it saved up. And she was like, everybody gets one. And she paid my rent that month. And I've seen people do it, like you stunting, you balling, and you're in debt, and you really have your clothes. And it's horrible for somebody who's a stylist or a fashion blogger to say this, but your clothes really don't have any worth after you buy them and wear them, aside from selling them on Etsy, and you're still not going to get what you paid for it. It may be vintage clothes, but then I understood Fashion Under 50. Jaikeyl, you can be stylish and not break the bank. You can be stylish and not have to say, are you going to pay Con Ed this month, or are you going to be cute? Because a lot of people in this era, in the era of instant gratification, will choose their lights out to look cute. And I'm just trying to show you that your lights don't have to go out for you to be fashionable, and teach you fashion savvy. Cost per wear when you're wearing clothes. A great crisp button-up white shirt, anywhere from Banana Republic and down, under $50, you can start creating pieces to build upon. So Fashion Under 50 is simply that. And you don't realize the kind of people that are watching you. Like, you have those moments when people do hit you up. You're like, hit me up, thefashionunder50@gmail.com, like that type of thing. And you'll actually get people asking your advice or saying that they've been inspired by something that you've done, and they're going to try it. There is gratification, and there is a community of people that will talk and gleam off of you. And there is like a familyhood, a sisterhood, a brotherhood, a bloggerhood, if you will, of people that encourage you. And I've learned how to talk to people through blogs. Like, there's this girl named Dana Fashionista. She does food and fashion. I love her blogs. Like, and I've learned to communicate and ask questions and glean from people. Like, it's a family. It's the one place where I find like that people aren't really competing, but still bittersweet, opposed by like the kind of viewership or the readership you get. And I've learned not to write I've learned not to write for views. I don't do anything for views or for likes or for, thumbs up. I don't do it for that. I do it because I love it. In 5 years, like my 5 to 7 year goal is really putting more quality content on my blog. Not that I have completely mastered my blog, but my blog, it's almost like, for those who know the difference between Tumblr and such, it's almost like having your private Tumblr and your public Tumblr. So my blog, you get to see more of my personality in it, but there is an aesthetic that I'm going for with my blog, and I plan to marry that with how I design my clothes, because what I'm going for is like modest, chic, but still, I'm 37, and I think a lot of people think, oh, she's young. What I want to tell people like middle-aged, like, I guess oh my God, are we middle-aged now? Even if you're not forever 21 anymore.
Okay.
And like there is a place for us, and even more so marrying my blog to my blog, like the viewership,
Okay.
how to marry like visual people who are more visual than people who are readers. I'm trying to find a niche to marry those two together and get my design company like off
Okay.
and running, and actually start selling pieces instead of being a selfish designer and be like, this is me though. And people are like, where I can get that? And I'm like, oh, I'm gonna get you that. But like, that's where I see myself, like actively, hopefully in the fifth year, quitting working for other people and working for myself, because you can't fully be immersed in this. I want to create a fashion culture, and I can't see myself doing that successfully with a 9 to 5. Don't wait to start. Like you've taught me, just get it starting. Like it starts with one thing. So if it's in your heart, let it start with that one thing. If you put something out and it's not exactly the quality that you think it should be, still put it out. Let it start there, because that whets your appetite and it makes you want more, and you become better at your craft. You gotta break some eggs to make a cake. Like, I would literally shake myself and be like, you be the trailblazer, and step out on it and watch it come to fruition. Is everything going to be beautiful? No. Is everything going to be perfect? Probably not. But don't let your apprehensions about what it should be stop you. You can find me at Fashion Under 50. That's Fashion Under FIFTY.com. My Instagram is at Fashion Under 50, but that's a 50. Please don't follow me on Twitter because you won't see me there a lot. And you can follow me on Tumblr at She's Complex. Tumblr.
All right. Thank you again.
Start now. Stop playing.